All right. Audio should be coming through now. Go ahead and speak, Soups, if you haven't already.
Hello? 1, 2.
Nice. Yep, we're live. We are live. Let's go. All right. There's not really much else to do to preface anything. I'll go ahead and give intro, and maybe after that, I guess I'll talk about what's been going on throughout the week. What's going on, dear viewers? It's gracious host Kaine Walker back with another episode of the Monkey Paw, episode 47, where we document the downfall of mainstream Western entertainment. I am joined by my co-host Soups. How you doing tonight, bro?
Here as always.
Cool. All right. It's really weird how we cover certain things throughout the weeks because, like, there will be some weeks where there's absolutely nothing happening, and then suddenly everything just explodes. Two things broke the internet, quotation marks. Well, what's that? Well, actually, three things technically, but it was because of one thing. Broke the internet, and all of it has to do with Halo, right?
What?
Go ahead. What were you saying?
There are decades where nothing.
Well, not decades, just like the weeks, like a couple weeks. Like we do this podcast every 2 weeks, and like sometimes there will be nothing that happens, like at all, or hardly anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. So, like, apparently GameStop decided to say that the console wars are over because Halo pretty much recently got announced to be coming to PlayStation. And I find that interesting because that's just PlayStation and Xbox. I mean, there's still Nintendo. It's not like Nintendo is going to be releasing any of their shit on other consoles. Is PlayStation going to be, like, are we going to have Bloodborne on Xbox? You know what I mean? What do they mean about the console?
What, like, are we gonna?
Go ahead.
You say Bloodborne, you mean like, are they gonna start? When you say Bloodborne, you mean like they're just gonna start passing games, switching games between each other now, just tossing back and forth?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm asking. like that's my point. Like, I don't think they can say the console wars are over because it's not like Nintendo's gonna start doing it or PlayStation's gonna start doing it. That could very well happen. I just doubt it. I highly doubt it. Really don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, we can get into our first topic and see how the night unfolds. Let me go ahead and take down the Monkey's Paw logo. And we're going to go ahead and get into our article here. Give me a second. All right. This one's going to be coming from GameSpot. And they say, GameStop declares the console wars officially over with Halo on PS5. Welcome to the era of console peace. I doubt it. Because I do want to talk a little bit. I do want to talk a little bit about the console wars from both sides. You know? Because there's the player side and the dev side. And one of these is very important. But yeah. Okay.
You know,
go ahead.
I think this is also gonna be looked at as PlayStation not assimilating Xbox, like kind of neutering Xbox in a sense, because Halo's their biggest IP. They have without it.
Halo is already dead, bro. Like they have Halo, Gears of War, and that's pretty much fucking it. I can't think of another exclusive Xbox has. They're both dead. Both of them are dead. Halo and Gears of War are dead. Like I don't like at PlayStation getting Halo is basically after everyone else has had Halo already for years. They're really just cashing in on people who have never played Halo. I don't think that's a lot of people, but whatever. Anyway, getting into the article. Following the announcement that Halo Campaign Evolved will be coming to PS5 as well as Xbox Series X/S and PC, this is the thing. It's just the campaign. Apparently, it's not multiplayer. Like at all.
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure it's just the campaign and it's not multiplayer. So what is PlayStation really getting? You know? By the way,
How do you not? How,
bro, they can do whatever they want. They decided to release Halo Campaign Evolved without any multiplayer. It's just the campaign. And that's where the sprint discourse comes in because it's single player. Some interesting discourse has been popping up as a result of the release of this game, by the way. It's very funny. I'll be doing some videos on it outside of the topics we'll be discussing tonight because, like, it's just so hilarious. I called all this shit when I was talking about Doom the Dark Ages, but now it's a problem, and now people want to listen now that it's Halo. It's all very funny. But anyway, anything you want to add before I continue?
yeah, I'm confused. How do you take Halo but not the multiplayer part of Halo? Isn't the multiplayer like
Easy.
60% of the fun?
Easy. You just put out a campaign. That's how. The multiplayer would be like more of an experience, but that's all they're getting. They're just getting the campaign. That's it. And it's not even a faithful campaign, apparently. So,
What makes you say that?
because of all the complaints and proof that people have been showing, like the Needler having a fucking ammo counter for... It's not even a good ammo counter. It's just the same one. It's just the same one except on an LCD screen. That's why it's so stupid. Anyway. Yeah, but anyway. Following the announcement that Halo Combat Campaign Evolved will be coming to PS5 as well as Xbox Series X/S and PC, GameStop has leveraged its position as a neutral entity, quotation marks, to declare the decades-long console wars officially over. Excuse me. According to a tongue-in-cheek statement posted to Twitter by GameStop, the company attributes the beginning of the ongoing and increasingly petty conflict known as the console wars to the release of Halo Combat Evolved as an Xbox exclusive title in 2001. Now that Microsoft has announced that a remake of that title, Halo Campaign Evolved, it's really a demake. Let's keep it real. It's really a demake because you're releasing half the game without the multiplayer content. It's really a demake. And it's not even faithful. Will come to PlayStation 5 in 2026. Maybe they'll add campaign multiplayer in that amount of time. I doubt it. But anyway, GameStop has called the official end to the infamous console wars. And here's their post. Da-da-da. All claims to exclusivity are hereby dissolved. Console loyalists are instructed to cease hostilities, disband militias, and enjoy this new era of gaming. The directive from GameStop reads: a statement from GameStop. I think people call it GameSlop nowadays. GameStop declares the console wars. What'd you say? Huh?
On mine, you kind of cut there, but okay, I haven't heard anyone's game slop, but they should.
Yeah, I think I've heard a couple people say GameSlop. A couple. But yeah, GameStop declares the console wars over. Whereas for the past 2 decades, the global gaming community has been engaged in an ongoing and increasingly petty conflict known as the console wars. Whereas said conflict originated in the early 2000s with the release of Halo Combat Evolved as an Xbox exclusive title. Whereas Halo Campaign Evolved is officially coming on PlayStation in 2026 with cross-platform play. Therefore, GameStop, acting under its authority as a neutral entity and the world's retail gaming and trade-in destination. Is that happening on stream or is that happening on your end? Is that happening on stream or on your end? Let me see.
I'm not. Shit them and then.
Let me see.
The signal. Let me see. Then. I don't know why it was.
Oh, okay. It's because you're coming in robotic for me. Let me see. Because I'm rewinding the stream right now to see. With cross-platform play. Therefore, GameStop acted. Fuck, how loud is my mic? God damn. Hang on, let me cut my mic down, or at least turn down the compression or something. But yeah, I think it's you coming in robotic. Sorry about that. You good now?
They sound robotic on both ends or just this one?
Both of them.
Ah, shit. Come back or.
Damn it. I wanted you on this episode, but you might have to drop off if the connection doesn't improve.
Let me try one more time and then I'll leave. Then I'll walk myself out.
Okay. And we'll give it like 10 minutes. You good? I heard something.
Testing. Coming through? Am I coming through?
Yeah, you're coming through. All right, let's see if I can. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Sweet. Yeah.
All right. All right, cool. All right. Where was I at? Therefore, GameStop, acting under its authority as a neutral entity and the world's retail gaming and trade-in destination, hereby declares the official cessation of the console wars. All claims to exclusivity are hereby dissolved. Console loyalists are instructed to cease hostilities, disband militias, and enjoy this new era of gaming. GameStop will continue to operate as a demilitarized zone, offering hardware, accessories, and trade-ins to combatants on all sides. Power to the players. Isn't that nice? We'll get more into that in a second. Anyway, while the Halo campaign evolved release isn't quite as definitive an end to the console console exclusivity as the GameStop post suggests, it is a major move away from exclusivity for Xbox. While the company has previously released some of its other major exclusive franchises to PlayStation, including Gears of War and Forza Horizon 5, Halo has long been a flagship franchise for Xbox. I mean, what does that mean? So has Gears of War. They gave that shit away. And like you said, they did Forza. Like, why wouldn't they do Halo? You know what I mean? They were already planning on it. But Halo will be on PlayStation moving forward. Xbox exec Matt Booty explained. Oh, I'm sorry. That is an unfortunate last name. I'm sorry. That is an unfortunate last name, dude. Sorry. Matt Booty explained that Xbox is looking to go where the players are, even if that means releasing games on rival consoles. That is going out the saddest. The strategy has been working out for Xbox so far, with its formerly exclusive franchises seeing great sales on the PlayStation. Yeah, we got to get into this. I'm going to make a separate video about it, but I have to talk about this shit, bro. This is not... Weren't there console wars between Nintendo and Sega and Sony back before Xbox existed? Yes, there were. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Sega. Baba Booey 12. Laughing out loud. As someone who was young at that time, I was old enough to remember the only ones who cared about not being able to play the game were Sony players. However, to say that's what started all of this is BS. Excuse me. At that time, Sony had numerous exclusives. Exclusives are what started console wars. And as long as exclusives remain, console wars, will continue, and no one has more exclusives than Sony. Xbox needed a game to launch with, and why would they have put Halo on PS2 at that time when it had the likes of Grand Theft Auto, which 3 did come to Xbox, but it took years, the rest didn't. Jak and Daxter, Gran Turismo, Dynasty Warriors, Final Fantasy, etc. Xbox needed a game to help sell their consoles after just starting out, and launching on PS2 probably would have been the dumbest mistake they could have made at that time, especially when Halo 2 launched, which was pretty much the driving force behind Xbox Live. I think was Dark Watch on X? No, it was. Dark Watch was on Xbox. It was on Xbox. It was on Xbox and PlayStation. Anyway. Yeah, more people correcting them about the console wars and giving the history of the console wars and yada yada. No, the war isn't over until God of War is on Xbox console. The war between Xbox and PlayStation is over.
Oh, right.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I completely forgot that God of War hasn't been put on Xbox yet. Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to, because it sounds like
Sony wasn't gonna give up no.
Xbox is kissing the boot to. I'm saying, like, I think Xbox is just gonna either they're kissing the boot, or you know.
You went robotic again.
You know, just.
You went robotic again, but I get what you're trying to say. I mean, no, you're right. Fucking Xbox is slowly euthanizing itself. That's what's going on. By the way, what's up, Rudy? Thanks for showing up. But yeah, Xbox is slowly euthanizing itself. That's why they're trying to make everything in Xbox, and that's why they're trying to spread out all their exclusives to other platforms. They're just trying to maintain themselves right now, and they've been showing signs of getting out of the console game for a while, so it's not really surprising that they'd be doing that. But anyway, Gojira Game says, "I'll believe that when Sony stops harassing companies. I'll believe that when Sony stops harassing companies to not release games on Xbox." Wow, this is just. I don't think we're getting anything else from the comments. Okay, this is a good one. Why does GameStop think? Go ahead.
I was just saying, I think most people are just saying like, "Hey, that's not the only console happening." Or gets sick. That was a thing.
Damn, I didn't get any of that. Fuck.
But who is winning between the two?
Sony is definitely. Sony is dropping Xbox on its head, and it's sad because their exclusives are trash, except Bloodborne. And well, was Elden Ring a fucking exclusive? I don't. No, it wasn't. Never. Yeah, no, I don't think it was. No, because it's on PC. Anyway, Bloodborne is probably the only exclusive they have left that's not trash. I might be missing some, but you get my point. All of their new exclusives are ass, and they're still DDT and Xbox. It is insane. But no, if we count Nintendo, the console wars are technically still going on because they still have exclusives, even though technically they're doing their own thing, but still. As far as the big two, Sony won, bro. It's very clear. Sadly, because nobody's in good shape right now. Between Nintendo's price gouging, fucking Microsoft killing itself, and Sony being Sony. Like what is there to look forward to for consoles? Nothing. There's no Sega console, so like bringing up the fact that Sega started the console wars and shit is pointless. There's no Sega console. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything out of the comments, so I'll just put our thumbnail back up and get into the part of the discussion about the console wars I wanted to get into. I get that most people are probably familiar with the console wars between like the fanfare and through the lens of like fanfare and like, you know, being a console fanboy. But the other side of the console wars was the market competition side, which was the most important part of it, because that's how we got new and innovative games. It's how we got new and innovative hardware to play games on. That was like how you got the best arcade games or any other type of game. And the problem is, if the console wars are over, there's no competition. No one's trying to make the most fun video game so that, you know, the players will buy it and it will sell consoles. No one's trying to make the best hardware to run their games on. No one's trying to optimize anything. Like, there's no incentive to put out anything creative. That's the problem. Like, if the console wars are over, essentially gaming's over unless the indies take over, which that's slowly starting to happen. There's been a lot of good indie releases. And the prices are going down on the indie side too. Like, they are safely competing with AAA games. Unfortunately, indies don't have the budget. That's the only problem. So yeah, the competition side is really the thing that's going to suffer and has been suffering. Anything to add?
Well, am I still? If I'm not cutting through, I was just gonna say, this is kind of a lose-lose for all of us. PlayStation 1, but like Insomniac Spider-Man 2 is still a thing, and we all know how much that one sucked.
Uh, yeah. I mean, the idea of the console wars wasn't for anyone to win. Maybe winning a generation in sales and shit, but like they were never supposed to end. Like we wanted them to keep competing. We wanted them to keep trying to make games that would excite us, you know. But no one seems to be interested in giving the customer what they want at all. So yeah, that's really the only thing left to add about the console war situation. But like I mentioned before, a lot of interesting discourse regarding Halo has come about, and I'll save some of it for a video I'm doing, but we can talk about everything else around it. So let me go ahead and take down our PNG, and then not fair use. Get into the next topic. All right.
Oh man.
Yep. This next one's going to be coming from PC Gamer. Microsoft might be silent, but Halo's co-creator and Halo 2's design lead have called the U.S. government's destroy the flood analogy, comparing immigrants to parasites, absolutely abhorrent. Ooh, I'm not going to lie. Far be it from me to defend the U.S. government for any reason, but come on now. You have to know. You have to know they're taking the worst possible interpretation on purpose, because now it's not their politics being shoved into every nook and cranny. God forbid the fucking White House use. God forbid the White House use game imagery for a fucking shit post. The United States Marines used the Helldivers speech and the fucking anthem from that game. I forgot what the get together was about, but they just used that. Like the government has been using games iconography for a while. Like I don't even know why they're mad. Go ahead.
The one you're talking about with how I chose to congratulate the new just graduated to their next step. I think that's what they use the anthem for.
Oh shit, that was them coming out of boot camp.
Specific Marines.
Okay.
Either it was boot camp or it was a medal award ceremony. It was one of those two. I forgot which one. It's a thing. Also, since we're talking about the U.S. government shit posting, not too long ago that we had whoever intern is managing the ICE or Homeland Security account posting Pokemon theme for arresting illegals, which is the funniest shit I've seen.
Oh yeah, look, shit, I wasn't able to find an image of that, but look that up because it is really funny. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
If the algorithm hasn't completely buried it, you should still be able to find it on YouTube or Instagram.
I don't think they buried. I don't think they buried that shit. The volume damn it, you said the volume contrast is fucking with your ears. How loud is my microphone? Come on. You can't say that and not be specific.
1 minute I'm soft and quiet and you're yelling. That's what Toast is saying.
Lead with that, damn it. All right, try. Okay, maybe now. Try that.
We're sorry.
Right,
sorry, Toast. We're sorry.
You're destroying my eardrums now. I hope this is worth it.
Wait, no. Rudy says I'm quiet.
What the fuck?
Wait, what? No. Rudy says it's better. Am I still coming quiet or am I good?
It better
Rudy?
be.
I mean,
no. It better be fucking good
now.
Rudy. I swear. It better be. My fucking ears are. My ears are bleeding. Thanks, guys.
Ears bleeding now.
Actually, I should be able to lower that in the back console. All right. All right. Okay. So, earlier this week, the official White House account jumped on a tongue-in-cheek post by GameStop to crib some credit. Is that a fucking phrase? To crib some credit for ending the console war. An eye-rolling but otherwise uneventful AI-generated image of U.S. President Donald Trump saluting an American flag with an incorrect number of stars. Who cares? It's a shit post. A slightly more eventful post happened when to crib some credit. That's some Reddit shit.
How hip we are with the kids, guys.
Crib some
How
credit.
hip we are, guys.
Crib some credit. What the fuck does that mean? Whatever. A slightly. Fuck. A slightly more eventful post happened when the X account for the Department of Homeland Security shared an advertisement for Immigrant Enforcement Agency ICE depicting two Spartans in a warthog under a halo ring with the caption "Destroy the Flood." The Flood being a parasitic alien life form and major antagonist in the Halo series. I won't lie, that is funny as shit. That they just completely they were how tone deaf. Like, it is hilarious how tone deaf they were in sending this to Twitter. That is funny. I won't lie. That shit's funny. Destroy the Flood. Join ICE. That shit was tone deaf. I won't lie. Oh, that shit is funny. When PC Gamer reached out to Microsoft, Microsoft stated that it does not have anything to share on this matter. Why the fuck would they? Everyone uses Halo imagery for everything. Like, what the fuck? What do you expect them to do? You expect them to go to the White House and smack the intern's hand that made the post and wag their finger at him, you fucking idiot? What do you want? What the fuck would Microsoft possibly have to say? Oh, they did a bad. I don't agree with it. Shut that shit up. But anyway, but that doesn't necessarily reflect the people who made the damn thing well. Aside from one composer who's gone full MAGA. Who cares? In fact, some are plainly horrified, per a recent entry of journalist Stephen Totilo's Game File. Oh yeah, I didn't read his article. I'm probably not going to. I'm probably butchering his name too. Totillo spoke with Halo's co-creator Marcus Leto, who worked at Bungie until 2012 and was the art director for several of the earliest Halo games. Leto doesn't mince words, calling the post absolutely abhorrent. It really makes me sick seeing Halo co-opted like this. Jamie Gressimer, who was a designer on Halo Combat Evolved and a design lead on Halo 2, also told GameFile that while the initial post of Trump squeezed into the Master Chief suit didn't offend him, usually I take it as a compliment to Halo's continuing legacy, Homeland Security's post crossed the line. Using Halo imagery in a call to destroy people because of their immigration status goes way too far. And that's the thing. How do you know that they're actually doing that? It just seems like people are taking the worst possible interpretation of that post on purpose in order to seem fake offended about some shit. It's a shit post. They have literally done worse. This is the thing I don't like. They have, like, the left has literally done worse. They literally celebrated the murder of a guy not too long ago. But this is a bridge too far because it's brown people from somewhere else.
It's fucking Crimea River type of outrage, because
This is an absolute fucking nothing bridge, bro. Go ahead.
This over here, cause I'm not even gonna bother saying his name right. Wants to cry about how it's so it's so abhorrent, so tragic seeing Halo being used this way. Like, Like the left hasn't used fictional character
The
to
fictional
spout their
character.
nonsense to,
The fictional character agrees with my
regardless whether
politics. My bad. Go ahead.
God all content like context be damned as to whether the character was fake would actually, associate with that or not. Like,
Bro.
they'll use that shit anyways. They'll use fucking Optimus Prime to spout whatever propaganda that they want to use.
Bro, I've seen people
If
say
it's not a
Goku.
canon material
I've seen people say
or
Goku
Goku.
would be a socialist, bro. Anything is possible.
Didn't James Gunn say Batman was a fascist one time?
I don't know, and I don't take James Gunn's opinion seriously at all, so I don't care.
Obviously, but like kind of adds to what we're saying that like these people will say anything about certain characters like it's the word of God, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
this character would support this character would be a fascist, this character would be a liberal. Like, how the fuck do you know if it's not explicitly shown in their universe, like
I have no idea. I do want to add one thing
who
about
are you
Jamie
to say
Grissommer,
that?
though. I do want to say one thing about Jamie Grissommer. He did go on Twitter and explain that this quote was not given with its full context. Like he did say this, but there was more shit he said before it, and they just kind of cropped out everything else he said and put this up here without any of the preface. So like, I don't remember what the shit was before this at all, but what it makes it look like is that he's agreeing with other people when that very well may not be what's going on. You know what I mean? Like you can't just take one part of what somebody said and like expect that to be the entire context. But that's what they did here. And he's been very vocal about it on Twitter. As pointed out by fellow PCG writer Andy Chalk earlier this week, comparing immigrants to parasites or insects to be destroyed echoes the language surrounding some of history's blah, 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 most horrific, blah, blah, blah. And it's certainly an escalation from the stunt Homeland Security pulled with Pokemon in September. The segue of a lifetime. Referring to any group as subhuman never leads to anything good. Unless it's the people you don't like.
Right.
All right.
Again,
so
who's the one who just had a
okay, we're gonna play it.
Again,
we're not
which
gonna...
side just had a
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, I just wanted to comment like again, which side was the one who just had one of their main people killed like 3 weeks ago?
You
can miss me with the subhuman comment. Oh. Okay, I see. All right, I'm gonna shut up now.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna play it because like they segued into it. Might as well. Fuck, is this copyright?
I mean, as Homeland Security can do it. Why the fuck not?
All right, you get the point. They're playing Pokemon over catching immigrants. That shit is funny. I'm not gonna lie. Gotta catch them all. That is funny.
I gotta catch
I hate that I have to do stupid shit like this in this new era of YouTube.
Yeah.
In old YouTube, you could just play a song. They put them on cards. God. All right, yeah. You notice how they left out. You notice how they left out the context of their crimes being displayed at the end of the video: manslaughter, attempted murder, human smuggling, burglary and fraud, child molestation, murder, attempted murder. All of these people aren't even Mexicans. What the fuck?
That is crazy.
What flag is that? Homicide, pedophilia. What flag is that? I don't even know. Is that Italy?
I think that's Honduras? No, I think that was Mexico. Wait. Oh no, I can't see the
I'm a
eagle in
dumb.
the background, so I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, his head's blocking it.
Sure.
You're right. No, that could be a different flag. His head's blocking the middle. You're right. But
I
yeah.
think that guy with the toucher one, I think that one was the Honduras flag. I don't know. I know they have a
Oh,
blue and white flag.
not sure. I don't know all the flags.
Flag.
Child endangerment.
It says Cuban. I think it's Cuban.
All right, so that's the end of the video. Anyway, that shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie. They gotta catch them all. Shit, that was funny. Oh yeah, and this is the meme that they were bitching about that they mentioned earlier with Trump saluting. They counted all the stars on the flag. What petty bitches. But anyway, I just find it funny that, you know what, let me just put this post on the screen because it's very topical. I find it funny that when it's not their politics being shoved into every nook and cranny, they have something to bitch about. And like, it's not even remotely the same shit. It's not even close. You have successfully co-opted and infiltrated every facet of pop culture. Your politics have been everywhere for the better part of 15 years. And whenever people complained, you appealed to triviality and called them Nazis. But now that the government does a fucking shit post or two, it's World War III. Like Rock Solid said, a lot of people are suddenly realizing that politics and video games are pretty annoying when it's not your side doing it. Almost like we've been saying it all along. Yeah, but all art is political.
Yep, he gets it.
But at the same time, all art is political.
Wait, all art?
No, these are the same people who say that shit.
Oh, I was about to say, like, what?
Anyway,
why do they always gotta say all art is political? I mean,
because
and kids drawing with a rainbow in the background
because
shouldn't
it's
have
a
anything
way
to do with gay people.
It's a way to justify shoving politics into everything they say and do and experience, and they want everyone else to adopt that same philosophy when it literally just isn't the case. Like when you ask the creator what something is about and he goes, yeah, this was just me being inspired by a fever dream, you don't get to call that shit political because the creator has spoken and said, yeah, I made this because I was inspired by the ding sound the microwave made or some shit. Like, you can't just transmogrify and graft your own fucking rhetoric onto the intent behind what somebody created or the inspiration behind it. That's what they've been doing for fucking years. Even when the themes are self-evident, like they keep trying to say Fallout was like a critique of capitalism, when the creator's like, no, dumbass, it's about how war is inevitable and bad for humanity, and human nature is the cause of it. Something to that effect. The point is, the creators literally said, no, it's not about capitalism. As a matter of fact, dumbass, capitalism is what revived the world from an apocalypse to a post-apocalypse. But go ahead.
It's Fallout basically, especially evident when Fallout spells it out to your face with that with one line from Ron Perlman going, war never changes.
Nah, bro, it was
Spelling
capitalism.
it out for you.
Capitalism never changed.
Capital.
Anyway. Anyway, this post here clarifies everything, right? Because the difference here is that there aren't actually any current politics being put into any games. It's just the game's characters and aesthetics being used as a shit post. The shoe is only like a quarter way on the other foot, and they're crying and pissing their pants about it. Exactly. Oh, yeah, and then somebody else brings up Call of Duty. Right? Remember when Call of Duty put up Black Lives Matter propaganda on all their games for a drug addict criminal that overdosed? I mean, your opinion on what happened to Floyd and how he died is yours, but like the fact remains, they put Black Lives Matter in Call of Duty. Was that not a problem? Games give you trans bullets. They give you trans flag bullets. They give you LGBT Spartan armor. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Cry about it. They did all this shit to video games, TV, comic books, literature, and you're bitching about a shit post made by the fucking United States government. Like, you just don't have any room to complain. Like, it's fucking annoying. But of course they will, and we'll laugh at them.
I want that intern to get fucking paid and to be paid well. Because it is one of the best things to come out of this fucking news cycle that we're living in. A shitposting government is a fun one, man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, it's funny. Pisses them off. And everyone's like,
that makes me even happier.
I mean, yeah, everyone's like, they're only doing it to own the libs. It's like, motherfucker, it's working. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? We're not going to pretend that if the left was currently in office and posting some memes pissed off their political enemies, that they wouldn't be doing the same shit. We're not going to do that. The left will do anything to own the chuds. They'll do anything for it. They will eat literal fecal matter to own the chuds. They have no room to talk.
If the so-called chuds, started advocating for breathing oxygen, they would try to find a way to make it racist and choke on carbon dioxide.
They would literally try to find a different way to breathe it. Or they'd suffocate themselves. You know what I mean? Anyway. All right. So, I have more salient critique behind that plan for a video. Just hold your horses on that. But there's something we can talk about as the final topic for tonight, unless something else pops up. Is there anything else we could probably squeeze in? How long have we been on? Like what? 55 minutes. We can try to fit in a couple, like 2 more topics.
I don't know anything else going on at the moment, or at least not relevant to this.
I mean, yeah. Let's see. Oh fuck. I can put up Gressimer's tweet because I did find that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I guess I could read a couple more posts that I found because I did collect a lot of them. Because a lot of people were making really good points about it. Oh shit. We could talk about that too, actually. Because that's relevant to gaming. This shit made it to Bloomberg?
What?
I don't want to spoil what the topic is I'm looking up. Hang on. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's eating on stream.
I'm not eating at all, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not eating anything. Why do they think I'm
What
eating?
was that chewing?
Oh, chewing gum. The
Chewing on something.
chewing gum. I never see. This is why I never chew gum on stream. It's like the first time I've done it. I just spit it out. Okay, so before we get to the topic I wanted to bring up, hang on, did I put the PNG back up? Okay, it's still up. Okay. Before we get to that, I do want to cover a couple of posts that regard about the Halo thing. So there's this post here. When the left was culturally dominant, creative class leftists used all art is political as an excuse to insert their politics into every hobby, pastime, and entertainment IP. The shit with Dungeons and Dragons just happened too, by the way, which I guess that's still going to be relevant in the next couple weeks, so I'll bring it up then.
Oh,
That's something else we could have talked about because that happened over the course of a couple weeks too. But we'll talk about that next show. That's definitely going to be one added to the list because I want to talk about the shit because that's still relevant to what's being discussed right now. It's just a different type of game. When the left was, and that's the thing, right? Last week they were talking about how you're a bunch of bigots and Games Workshop can do whatever they want when they turn the beholder gay or whatever the fuck. But now when it comes to Halo, you know what I mean? The rightoids aren't allowed to use iconography to promote whatever the fuck. They're just all over the place. And it's only okay when they do it. Anyway, from the top. When the left was culturally dominant, creative class leftists used all art is political as an excuse to insert their politics into every hobby, pastime, and entertainment IP. Now that they've lost their dominance, they're crashing out over the right making a few Halo memes. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, and this classic. Agitators will claim all art is political in the broadest possible sense of the word to justify making all of it political in the most narrow partisan sense. That's exactly what the fuck they've been doing.
Exactly. That is. It's so funny, man. Just they. It's like that other Twitter user said. Like they didn't even step like all the whole on the other shoe. They just dipped their toe in it.
No
They
wonder,
just lost their minds.
bruh. I'm like the only person that's been talking about Dark Watch, bro. No wonder Dark Watch is so fucking good. The best Halo game not made by Bungie, Dark Watch. This game was fucking fire, I'm telling you. Holy shit. And it was so good because
Play deep.
it was a different genre. It was a dark fantasy shooter. It was really fucking good. I have no idea why this shit is not still around. It's still a great fucking IP. I don't know. I can't believe somebody else.
Dark Watch? When did it come out?
I have no idea when it came out, but it was a banger. I can't believe anyone other than me brought this shit up. I'm not gonna lie. My dad had it on PS2. It was on original Xbox as well. But the thing is, I think at the time, only Xbox had multiplayer for it, or online multiplayer for it. But anyway, Jamie Grissomer, that's the guy who they took out of context, right? The original intent behind the discussion of Sprint was to show you could add new mechanics to Halo, given resources to make the proper trade-offs. And oh fuck, this is about a different topic. This is about them asking him about Sprint. I can still talk about that too, I guess. Because here's the thing. They've been getting into a lot of beef with him because of his opinions about how they handled the remaster and his opinions on the shit posts too. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
No,
Oh, left.
you know
Yeah,
what
left.
always also gets me about this whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Also gets me about this thing is that we've had, people praising, like presidents or just politicians on that side of the aisle for being, down to earth, human, just trying to humanize them, like, oh, saying, oh, they're, for the people. We had Ocasio-Cortez playing Among Us with YouTubers a long time ago, if anyone remembers that. And everyone, liked that about them. But anytime someone like the Orange Man or vice president or even now with the social media manager, anytime they, let loose, have fun, joke around, shit post, it's a fucking problem for the country.
I gotta read more of his page because he
They have
actually
no
raises
decorum.
he raises some good points about game design